Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading for why did they stop talking to you. This is for love or friendship or really any kind of connection where the person stopped talking to you either suddenly or over time, whatever the situation is. We're going to take a look at what happened there. Keep in mind that this reading might be a little triggering, or you might end up hearing something you don't want to hear. It could have even been something that was on your part or something in the background. So just take care of yourself as always, and just be cautious with readings like these. Okay. Think of the person before we start. Have a clear picture of them in your mind so that all the messages aren't jumbled. And keep in mind, as always, that this is a general reading. It might not resonate exactly, but if you want personal reading, the info is in the description box, okay? So we have the 4 groups here. And by now you should have the person in mind. So we have group number 1, which is smoky quartz. Group number 2, which is onyx. Group number 3 is black tourmaline. And group number 4 is serpentine. Okay, so one more time, we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. The timestamps are in the description box and in the comments. Just take a moment, take a breath, go with whatever feels right, and take as much time as you need, okay? So again, the topic is, why did they stop talking to you? Whenever you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is smoky quartz. So let's take a look at why your person, the person that you're thinking of, why they stopped talking to you. Okay. So Spirit, this is for group number 1. And the person they're thinking of and why this person stopped talking to them. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 1 and the person they're thinking of. Okay, let's shuffle one more time. Alrighty, that felt right. So, group 1, let's see what's going on with your person and why they stopped talking to you. Alright, let's just ask that question. Spirit, for group 1's, well, yeah, I'm going to just say group 1's person, right? So, Spirit, for group 1's person, for the person they're thinking of, why did this person stop talking to them? Spirit, why did group 1's person stop talking to them? What happened? Spirit, if you can let us know. Alright. Alright, so as a start, oh, look at that. There was a hidden card here. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and then the Death card. It looks like someone here definitely moved on. Now, obviously, if it's the case that they stopped talking to you, well, actually, no, it's not obvious. It might seem that way. Someone here moved on. So if they stopped talking to you suddenly and they didn't really explain it and they were just kind of finished with the connection or the friendship or whatever you guys were in, this here is a very strong card of moving on, while the Death card is a card of rebirth, right? So they stepped away from the situation. Now, the middle part here is kind of telling us what the reason for that was. The Four of Pentacles, it's showing here that someone in the connection was controlling, okay? There's an element of someone here being either controlling or forcing the situation. I am getting a hint of like there was the pressure of expectations involved here. Six of Cups, a lot of friendship there, a lot of purity, a lot of love, deep emotional energy there. So that was part of you guys' connection. It's just that someone here was putting too much pressure. So again, what I said in the intro, I'm not sure if that was you. I don't know if that's not what you want to hear, but that's what it's showing up so far. So let's keep going, okay? Spirit, what else? Group 1's person, why did they stop talking? Why did they stop talking to them? Group 1's person, why did they stop talking to them? So I'm getting frustration. I'm getting that they walked away because they didn't want to deal. They didn't want to deal with it anymore. Whatever it was, okay? And I can clarify the Four of Pentacles for you. So this goes in line with what I was saying. We also have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling trapped, okay? So they felt trapped probably because of this energy, where even if it wasn't necessarily you that was holding on to something or forcing something, whether it was that or the situation, that caused them to feel that way. See? And then as a result, they felt quite trapped. You know, they weren't able to see outside of that, and they became either afraid, frustrated, or impatient. Anything like that. There's just like negative air around it, okay? We also have the Eight of Wands. So this could be someone here. This is talking about someone here sending a message and communicating. It might have been you. If the love and the friendship, like that deep soul friendship that I spoke of before, could have been you, but we can check that out. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So whoever was sending the communication, okay, little bit of, I'm going to call it, whoever was sending the message, and again, if it is you, it shows that this person, whoever sent the message, was, again, a bit of this. There was a little bit too much, okay? Too much for this person to be able to handle, because the Eight of Pentacles has to do with extreme focus on something. And if it's attached to the communication, then it was that, okay? So again, maybe they just felt a little bit like, you know, pushed away because of that in a sense. Let's see what else. So I'm trying to get the reason behind it, right? Let's see. First I'll ask one more and then I'll clarify. Spirit, anything else for Group 1's person? Why did they stop talking to them? Group 1's person, please. Why did they stop talking to them? Okay, this is good. A lot of things are coming out, at least. It's a lot of explanation there. So yeah, sometimes it's the case that they stopped talking and then forever ghosted, but maybe in a case that like they did reach out here and there. I don't know if that's what this is talking about. So let's see. A lot of stuff going on here. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So basically, with the moving on card, with the Eight of Cups, yes, the moving on, the rebirth, and the Two of Wands is speaking about them looking forward into the future sort of like wanting to be on their own. Okay, so again, whether it's friendship or love or whatever the situation, it looks like they wanted to stand on their own without interference from anybody, not just you. I don't think that this was personal. I just think that this person, they had different ideas for themselves, if that makes sense to you. They wanted to move towards what they had in mind, not anybody else. So in a sense, they kind of like, see, like, so if they did feel in some ways that you were controlling of the situation or whatever, they felt almost like threatened by that, not like by you, but it made them feel afraid on some level. So again, it made them feel kind of like trapped. So we have the Knight of Cups. Hang on, let me get these here. I'll just pull them out like this. So we also have the Two of Wands, okay? So they were really concerned about their own happiness and their own sense of balance, and really not, again, I'm hearing the word interfere. They didn't want any interference from anybody. That leads me to wonder what kind of person they are, if they're just so, you know, like casting that away. We have the Five of Cups. Now, what this is showing us is a little glimpse of what happened to you. So here, the whole thing about control and putting a bit of pressure and expectation, it was motivated by loss, okay? So that's not telling us about them and why they left, but it's actually telling us about the energy of why they left. So they felt that sense of pressure from you, because perhaps, you know, you were afraid that they would leave. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Maybe you just like had sort of like that, you know, attachment towards them because of stuff from your past and having lost in the past. So they felt this energy and they just couldn't handle that kind of pressure. All right. We have the Star card, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and then the Three of Swords. We also had the Knight of Cups from before. Okay, so let's see. So we do have, of course, that pain here, that heartache, that heartache / heartbreak, could be betrayal, right? Which is kind of obvious. That's what the whole reading is about. So I see that you are the King of Cups. I see that was you. Okay, it's not gender specific, remember. All right, so I see that as you. I see that they are the King of Swords, and they were just the opposite of you. So you had a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, sensitivity, and a lot of the times you tended to be up and down with the emotions. You know, that was something that I guess you were working through. And them being the King of Swords, total opposite energy. So King of Swords is more logical, more straight to the point, less abstract, and more black and white. And see, attached to the Star card, they had dreams for themselves, okay? They had dreams for themselves, and they were not interested in sort of like adapting that idea for anyone, okay? So let me clarify the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that this was pretty, like, it was cold of them to do, which it makes sense because King of Swords is not like the King of Cups wouldn't do that, I don't think, but the King of Swords, I feel, it would have an easier time to do that. Anyway, Spirit, can you please clarify the Eight of Cups? What can you tell us about the Eight of Cups? Yeah, this person, I don't want to say that they're necessarily selfish. I just think that they're not equipped to handle the expectations of other people, or like as they might perceive it as burdens, like, oh, I don't want to deal with this person's problems, kind of a thing. Clarifying the Eight of Cups, we have the Four of Swords. See, they wanted to take that time just for themselves, to regroup, to replenish, to think about what they wanted. We have the Empress and the Ace of Wands. So yeah, they wanted some kind of a new beginning for them. They wanted a lot of happiness, brightness, and standing alone in their power. Right? They wanted abundance. So let's also clarify the death card, because that's the rebirth. Okay. Spirit, can you please clarify the death card? What can you tell us about the death? Oops. Yeah, death card. Look at how it just landed perfectly on top of that other card. That was weird. That's very weird. How did that happen? Hold on. Can you please clarify the death card? Okay, yeah. See, they wanted two things. They wanted a new beginning, a rebirth from all of the battles, for one. And in doing this, they felt that they were standing up for themselves, okay? Maybe it was the case that in their past, people took advantage of them, or not take advantage exactly. It's more like they just finally wanted to do this for themselves and stand up for themselves, okay? They were finally ready to take that step in their life for them. So that's why I didn't get 100% selfishness. It's just that it was more impatience and not wanting to deal, okay? Let's see what else. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What can you tell us about the Four of Pentacles? Spirit, what can you tell us about the Four of Pentacles? Okay, so the Four of Pentacles was speaking about control. And we have the Magician. We have the Knight of Swords and the Moon. We also have the Two of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. All right, let's look at one at a time. So the Four of Pentacles, and like some element of the situation being like someone controlling it or having expectations. So here it looks like someone here wanted to take action and fast, but there was a lot of being misguided by something. Let's see how that connects to this. Okay. So I think that they wanted to take action, but they felt confined, again, feeling trapped, right? So they wanted to take action. They wanted to do what they wanted to do, because the Magician is about taking action and manifesting, and the Knight of Swords is about impulse, right? So they wanted this, but again, they felt like confined. And then the Moon card, it basically is fear or illusion or mystery. And they also added on to that, what they were kind of like confused about was, I guess, how you felt about things, right? So maybe they weren't clear about your emotions towards them or the situation, and they didn't like that. Basically, it was uncertainty. They didn't know your true motivations here, and rather than sitting down and talking to you about it and having clarity, right? Because the Moon card is all about uncertainty. They could have sat down with you and asked for clarity on your emotions and your feelings about everything and your intentions, but they didn't. Instead, they moved on from it, okay? And they started working on their own garden and their own goals and stuff like that. All right? Let's see. What else can we clarify? So this pretty much answers the question, you know. It would be a different reading entirely if I said, will they talk to you again? And I've done readings like that, so if you want to check those out. Let's see, the Three of Swords. Spirit, can you please clarify the Three of Swords? What can you tell us about the Three of Swords? Ah, I see. All right. So that makes a lot of sense, okay? So the Three of Swords, remember, it was like a lot of pain, and it was attached to the King of Cups, which was you. Now, remember, I just said that they were unclear about your feelings. So yes, this could be for love or friendship or whatever. What's coming up is, like, for those that's resonating with it was love. In your case, it was. Okay? So part of why this hurt so badly was that you did have strong feelings for them, really, really strong, pure soul feelings for them, and they didn't quite meet you at that, right? If this is not love, same thing, friendship. So you had very strong and pure intentions towards them, whether it was love or friendship, same thing. Okay, that was there. And see what else, clarifying the Three of Swords. Remember before we had, that's interesting, we had the King of Swords and the King of Cups, two different king energies, and it happened again. Look, King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So basically, again, with this person being on two different planes, two different pages completely. Because whereas I feel that you are probably closer to this, the King of Wands, very fiery. They are the King of Pentacles, very practical and just earthly. Very different elements there, and I do think that that caused a clash. All right? A clash more already than what you had when you... See? Look at that. Very opposites, okay? So that's adding to it. It was basically like the ingredients for clashing already, just in your personas, in your difference in your personalities. Now we also have the World and the Judgment, okay? So just in general, I feel like the pain had to, like right here, we're clarifying this, okay? So the pain also had to do with the fact that, like, one, there was potential here. There was potential for a lot of fulfillment and a lot of, you know, working well together, collaborating together, or building something. And then the Judgment card comes up where it's just basically taken away and ended. Same as the Death card, okay? Now let's just take a look at any final messages. Spirit, any final messages at all for group 1 and why their person stopped talking to them? Any other messages, advice, guidance for group 1 and why their person stopped talking to them, Spirit? Okay, your final two cards. Your final two cards, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Okay. So what I am seeing here instead of this person not talking to anymore, the Three of Pentacles here is actually a really good sign, because the Three of Pentacles means that either you're going to work with people who actually do support you, are loyal to you, and stick by your side, or in terms of, like, let's say if it is something with love, it's the same thing. The Three of Pentacles is a fortunate sign that you're going to have, this is a bit of advice and guidance, that's like the future energies. You're going to have a person or more than one person that supports you. And again, the word loyalty is coming up. That's very nice, because this person clearly was not loyal to you. So you're going to have loyalty and trust within this connection, whoever it is that you either connect with or, you know, get with or like work with, whatever, any of those things. And then the Nine of Wands is talking about the fact that you're very resilient. So if this is bothering you, you are going to come up from it, because you're going to realize, hey, you know, I have a lot to offer and I don't have anything to feel guilty for, because all I did was try to support this person, give them an opportunity, help them, offer something to them, and really they weren't reciprocating, they weren't appreciating what you did for them. They only looked at, oh, like, I want to take back my ideas, I want to take back my path, and I'm going to go along my way, and I'm not going to deal with it, okay? So, like, whether it was that this person just left suddenly without a word, or they just kind of gradually just fell off, this is showing the energies of why, okay? And this is the future energies. So that's looking fortunate, okay? Look out for this. Look out for those people or this connection, whatever, relationship, whatever it is. This is support. This is trust, loyalty, faithfulness, all of that. And a lot of success here. I'm definitely seeing a lot of success in that collaboration, whatever it is, okay? Oh, goodness. Okay, group 1. That's what I have for you. If this didn't resonate at all, feel free to pick a different group. But that's what I have. Please subscribe and share if you enjoyed this, or check out my other readings if you want more clarity or, a personal reading. But thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting my channel, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is Onyx. So let's see what's going on with the person you're thinking of. Spirit, this is for group number 2 and the person they're thinking of. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 2 and why their person stopped talking to them. Okay, one more shuffle here. All right, so we're going to ask that question directly as a start, and then we can clarify. Okay, so Spirit, for group 2's person, why did they stop talking to them? If you can let us know, Spirit. Group 2's person, why did they stop talking to them? Okay, we have 2 here. All right, interesting start. Group 2's person, Spirit, why did they stop talking to them? So this is a bit of similar tones just from this card from the previous group, but I'm sure it'll have a different story, I can tell. So the first card that comes up is the Fool. So part of it is that the person you're thinking of wanted some kind of a new beginning. And Page of Swords confirms that, because that shows that they had an opportunity to think of things in a different way. So I don't know the backstory yet, but the Fool card is pretty clear. They wanted a new beginning. They wanted to take a leap of faith in a different direction. This could suggest that they didn't feel that there was any like movement forward for them in terms of you guys' connection. Like, for example, if it was like, maybe if they had feelings for you, if it is a love thing for you guys, then they felt like it wouldn't go anywhere for whatever reason. Maybe you're in a relationship, whatever the case is. That's just an example. Anyway, the Fool, they wanted a new beginning, and they basically took that opportunity in a new way of thinking, okay? Yes, see, look, the Hanged Man. They looked at it from a different perspective, and they felt in some weird way that they had to sacrifice the connection, or let it go, I should say, right? Because they started to see that this was probably the better option for them. Because, like, the one thing that's coming to my mind is the word dead end. Not meaning that your friendship and connection is a dead end. It means that they couldn't see a future. they couldn't see a way that they could progress in the situation. You know, it's kind of like, it just reminds me of like in a job, like if you can't move up in the job, it's sort of like, all right, well, what next, right? Some people see that as a dead end, like I can't move forward, right? So we also have so we have the Sun card. See, I knew it would be a different energy already. The Sun card means that there was a lot of brightness in you guys' connection. There was, and you know, I think that's actually fueling the reason why they stopped talking, or they fell off of talking, right? Because they had a lot of happiness for the connection. I am getting a bit of more that this is more love-ish, although I know for some of you it's friendship or something else, but there was a lot of happy emotions here behind the connection, even more reason that it basically bothered them that they couldn't move forward with it. So that's why they wanted that new beginning. See? The Ten of Pentacles here. So not only was there a lot of brightness and happiness, there was a lot of potential for the future for them, in terms of like, kind of like, yeah, that they would sort of daydream about the future of things and having a having much more, like whether, so if it's relationship wise, they could see themselves with you. They could see themselves creating a stable future with you. If it's not love, they could see creating a bunch of like prosperous opportunities with the situation or with you. But again, something in it stopped them. Something in it deprived them of them being able to move forward, or bringing that dream into fruition. And it did cause them quite a bit of burden here. You know, it was very disappointing to them, or just like discouraging, I think is a better word. So yeah, this is not like they did it for any if anything, you know, they didn't stop talking to you for a bad reason, like a cold and callous reason. If anything, it was almost like a compliment. I know that sounds weird, but it's because of their strong feelings. Okay, Spirit, what else? Group 2's person, why did they stop talking to them? Yeah. Group 2's person, why did they stop talking to them? So again, I was getting more hints of that for a majority of you. This is like talking about a person where there was romantic feelings involved, because we have the Devil card, which does show that part of that brightness and that happiness. You did have a bit of darkness in terms of like them being attached to you, thinking about you all the time, and feeling bound to you. And it was just a lot. It was just like almost too much for them, right? We also have the Seven of Wands. So them kind of moving away had to do with them standing up for themselves and what's right for them. They wanted not more, but they wanted something fair for themselves. And I do think that they didn't feel that in this connection for some reason. It's not your fault, I don't think. I don't sense that you did that on purpose. I just think that something in the connection was like inherently unfair in some way, and maybe we can look into what that is. But they wanted to stand up for themselves and say, like, I deserve more, basically, is kind of what they were saying. Again, I don't get that it's your fault. I just think it was the situation. We also have the Ace of Wands. See, they wanted a new beginning, another new beginning. They wanted passion, they wanted excitement, they wanted just new, fresh opportunities, and to set their sights on all kinds of different opportunities and paths. And they were very excited about this idea, because for a long time it's like they were stuck in the, like, at that crossroad, like, where do I go from here? And they took that opportunity. Look, again, another ace. Okay, with the Hanged Man, see, the Ace of Swords, they had that clarity. They had that moment where it came into their mind, hey, I need to do this for myself. It was clear to them. It was clear that it was the right choice for them. They didn't do it out of ill will. They didn't do it out of coldness, like I said before. They did it because they knew it was right for them. And there's a chance here, that being said, there's a chance here that your person didn't, like, suddenly ghost you in a mean way, like people often do. that might not be the case here, you know, like maybe you guys just fell off of talking and you're just curious, right? So that's what it's looking like so far. Oh goodness. So then the 5 of Pentacles is here, as well as the 4 of Swords. So, so for some of you, it might be the case that you were the one that first fell off of communication, and they felt left out in the cold, and they felt like, oh great, well this person's not talking to me anymore, let me just take a step back here. So it's kind of like a give and take there. So it might have been, if it was the case that you were the one that pulled back on communication, even if it was just slightly, they felt it. They felt the effects of that, especially from how it was before, like where you guys were in a lot deeper communication. They felt the difference, and it hurt them, or it surprised them, and they didn't like that. Maybe they felt rejected or something, and then they took a step back and were like, all right, let me just reset myself. Okay, so that's a part of it as well. Let's see, what can we clarify? Let's actually just clarify the first card because it's the strongest one. Spirit, can you please clarify the Fool card? What can you tell us about the Fool card? Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay. So they wanted that new beginning, and they are ready, or were and are ready, to work very hard on their goal. There's something that they've been meaning to focus on with all of their focus, as they know it's the time. It's like part of their destiny. It's a turning point for them. There was something that was really, really important to them in terms of their goals or focus or self-development, and they needed every ounce of themselves to do that. And I feel like that's why they pulled back on communication. Again, I'm not getting that they completely fell off. I just think that they pulled back. We have the Queen of Cups as well. I feel that this is them, like, basically coming into their intuition even more and understanding what was right for them, and finally learning how to feel their feelings, and in many ways, they felt more balanced out enough to be able to stand up for their own feelings and what's best for them, whereas before, they just were controlled by their emotions. That's kind of what I mean by that. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see the Hanged Man. Spirit, can you please clarify the Hanged Man? What can you tell us about the Hanged Man? The Hanged Man. Okay. So, Alright, so this is not going to be for all of you, but what I'm getting from the Hanged Man there, from these cards here, they were kind of being a little deceptive about how strong their feelings were, or just deceptive about feelings in general, okay? So the Hanged Man talked about letting go. You have the card, the 7 of Swords, which, like I said, has to do with deception, and then you have the King of Swords, which is the opposite. They were hiding the truth. They were deceiving, or just really holding back on the true, full, I was going to say the full truth of either their feelings or something in the situation. Okay, so there's that. And we also have the 3 of Wands, and we also have the Hierophant. Could be a Taurus there, but not sure. So let's see. The expanding and having a commitment, maybe. Part of what they had to let go of was that. Again, they saw such potential. I said it earlier. They saw such potential in you guys' connection, and I did say that it probably, you know, for them, they viewed it as it wouldn't go anywhere because of whatever reason, something in your situation, and that's what they had to let go of, okay? They wanted to expand with you. They wanted to expand in terms of a commitment, and if it's not love, they wanted to expand in terms of friendship and teachings and whatever you were working on together, but I am getting a strong kind of lovey sense for now, for most of you, and that's what they had to think differently about. Let's see the Sun card. Spirit, can you please clarify the Sun card? What can you tell us about the Sun card? Okay. We have the Hermit. That happiness here and their comfort and reliance almost on your on the joy that you brought them, it actually flipped them in the other direction. And it made them pull back and go inward and look into themselves, remember? So they might have even said to you at one point that their feelings are strong and almost dangerous to kind of like rely on you for their comfort, and because you had a very soothing effect on them, you had a very comforting effect on them. So it was just so joyous, and whatever fun you guys had together, it made them pull back and say, no, I'm gonna look inward again. This isn't good. Like, I'm starting to rely on this person too much. I'm starting to be attached to them too much. Let me pull back, okay? On that note, can you please clarify the Devil? What can you tell us about the Devil card, Spirit? The Devil card. What can you tell us about the Devil? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So again, for a lot of you, it did have to do with deep soul feelings. That Sun card is always going to be unmistakable. You made this person so happy, or so comforted, or you brought a lot of light into their dark world because they were struggling or, suffering with something. And then after a while, a part of them really fell deeply for that. Again, whether it was love or friendship, there was a deep soul bond here, right? But it became too much for them with the Devil attached there. It became, it just became too big of a part of their happiness, and it kind of scared them. All right. We also have the Strength card, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Emperor card, the Devil card. So this is only for some of you. So remember, I did hint at it before. Look at this. You have 2 3-party situations in a row. Also could be referring to work over here or friendship over here. But let's start with the third party. Some of you who are watching are in a relationship already. Simple as that. If that's the case for you, that you're in a relationship, that's why they stopped talking to you. Now, if that's not the case, there was some form of the third party involvement here, where maybe they were talking to somebody and they didn't want to limit themselves, so they kind of just kept it open for like friendship and stuff like that, or just like working on things with other people. And there was something about that made them feel a little bit more balanced and calm, because the Devil energy is very strong here. They wanted to feel some brightness for themselves and step into their power and have a bit more control over their emotions. Okay? So again, it was just something in the connection with you that they felt, not that you were unfair, but there was just something that they wanted more of for themselves in terms of feeling like they had more control. So they felt they didn't have any control over the situation or connection or relationship or whatever. Okay? And they didn't like that. So I feel that for some of, again, it's different categories here, but some of you, your person went to just explore friendships, and maybe they were just dating around, or just doing that and keeping that open. But yeah, either way, there's some kind of third party interference here attached to the Devil, and that, I think that was I don't want to say it's how they coped with their feelings of attachment towards you, but it certainly kind of, it affected it, is what I'm going to say to that. Okay, let's look at any other messages. Okay, what am I going to see here? Anything else? Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Spirit, can you please tell us about the Seven of Swords? What can you tell us about the Seven of Swords? Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. So they were really holding tightly to something. Let's see what it is. Yeah. Okay, so they felt very strongly for you. I am still getting like the hints of love. It could be friendship as well, but even that is like feelings, right? So they felt very strongly, they felt very fulfilled by the connection. They didn't want to let it go, but they were hurt. Okay? And they were hurt by, well, we have the Chariot here, and the down here, it's supposed to be balance and duality, but remember I said that they felt there was something unfair about the situation. Or maybe you made a decision to do something. Maybe you made a decision to either, maybe if you recently made a decision to do something, it could be anything under the sun, but like, for example, if you made a decision to go back with somebody or to do something in your personal life that somehow impacted this person, that's what caused them some pain, okay? That's just an example, but it could have been anything. Anyway, so yeah, they were deceptive about the true depth of their feelings in the connection, the investment in the connection. They often put it on the surface as a light, like, oh, like, kind of pretending like it didn't bother them, but it bothered them. Of course it bothered them, okay? Look at all the hurt here, right? And look at all this feeling left out in the cold. Let's get that one as the final clarification, okay? Spirit, can you please clarify the Five of Pentacles? What can you tell us about the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, you see? Oh, man. So I did tell you that they try to not let it show that it bothers them, but the Five of Pentacles is a card of hardship, and you have the Tower. So this was not easy for them, okay? They probably are feeling this energy right now and feeling like very disrupted and disturbed and dark. Not severely dark, like depressed dark, but, well, could be, but let's see. Also clarifying that, you have the King of Wands and then the Six of Swords. So, yeah, there was this disruption. It's kind of like they lost their fire in a lot of ways. They just were very discouraged, and they did feel like they had to move on. Because, and the Six of Swords is a card of moving on from a lot of turmoil. So, you know, just to repeat that part from before, I don't see that this, I don't see that they did it out of callousness. I see that they did it as an opportunity for them, okay? So, like, if you were to try to reach out to this person, I feel like, you know, they would be civil about it. They would be maybe even kind about it. But they just felt that this was the best move for them. And the way towards their new opportunity, their new beginnings. Okay? Spirit, do you have any final messages, advice, or guidance for group 2, please? For group 2, any other advice, messages, guidance? Okay, the final message from Spirit. You have the you have the Six of Cups, so it's kind of just to tell you a nice little message. This person still cares for you, okay? Very much potential for eventually having just, you know, having a friendship again. And you have the Queen of Wands. See, the King of Wands is over there, so there's still that passion or whatever it is, that chemistry or that connection. And Temperance, look at that. That's beautiful. Healing and reconciliation. Oh, awesome. So this is not a reading centered on this and like what's gonna happen. This obviously is very past focused, clearly, right? But this is really nice. So I always try to ask like the final advice, and you have a beautiful message here. Friendship, harmony, that passion, and the divine counterpart with the King of Wands, and then healing and reconciliation. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm glad I got that final message for you guys. Yeah, so group 2, that's what it's looking like. That's what I have for you. Now, if this didn't resonate at all, feel free to pick a different group, you know, or like I have other videos that might give you clarity. But that's what I have for you. Okay, I hope that this helped. you know, we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share if you haven't. And thanks for supporting my channel, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the black tourmaline. So let's take a look at what's going on with your person. Spirit, this is for group 3 and the person they're thinking of and why they stopped talking to them. Please provide us with clear, guided messages. I wonder if that tells us something about your person. Hold on. Please provide us with clear, guided messages about group 3's person and why they stopped talking to them. Yeah, see, it happened again. That only happens when there's confusion or blockage in the person's energy. Alright, let's see. Spirit, group 3's person, why did they stop talking to them? If you can let us know. Spirit, group 3's person, why did they stop talking to them? Whoa, jeez. Alright, let's go with it. So the ones that landed face up, see, they're exactly. So I said confusion or blockage, you have fog. So already there was fog, which caused distress and caused them to step out into their own, like away from the connection. Okay? We also have the 6 of Cups. So there was a lot of deep soul, emotion involved here, but for whatever reason there was negativity attached to it. Feelings of being trapped, perhaps, or just something restrictive here, and we'll take a look at what that might be. We have the Temperance card, so there was attempts here at reconciliation. Let's see. But there was too much heartache. And then someone in the connection basically just said, you know what, I'm going to think about this differently. I'm going to have a new way of thinking about this whole thing. Okay? Probably them. And them exiting the situation, right? So let's see, what else? We also have, see, the Hanged Man. So they basically let go, or they just looked at it from a different perspective, and they just understood that this was probably a good choice for them. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. They wanted to take care of themselves again. So let's see what was going on in your connection. But yeah, they wanted to step back and take care of themselves again and what they needed and their wants. They wanted a rebirth from everything. See, moving on. They wanted to move on from the connection. And we're going to clarify all these. Because there was a lot of conflict, a lot of not seeing eye to eye, not being on the same page, just hassles and, you know, like petty battles, spite. We have the Chariot, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so they were deciding to focus on their own fortune, their own forming of fortune and their stable future. They wanted their own stability. Okay, and then you have the Queen of Wands. I see that is as both of them. Okay, so they wanted to take care of themselves and they wanted to feel more confident again and more, they wanted to feel, I'm getting that they wanted to feel desired, that they wanted to feel confident and in their power again. And for some reason they weren't feeling that in the connection. So over here we had the thing about feeling trapped. So there might have been some elements of that they felt their true self was being like stifled in you guys' connection or friendship or whatever was going on. Okay, so let's clarify. But it did look like this was a little bit of a mutual thing. In the other two readings it wasn't really like that, but it did look like you both are better off kind of having a little distance right now. Okay, let's see. Can you clarify the Nine of Pentacles? Can you please clarify? Let's see. Yeah, see? They just wanted to basically have fun, have friendships again, and have joy again, and they wanted, so they felt a bit of imbalance within you guys' connection, and they, like, see, the Knight of Cups, it was just too up and down for them, and it was very exhausting, very draining for them, and they wanted that balance back from that. Okay, at one point, like I said, it did cause a lot of pain and a lot of anxiety. Okay, let's clarify the first card, the Seven of Cups. Spirit, can you please clarify the Seven of Cups? What is that one all about? Clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, oh my, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, more pain. And part of what was going on with you guys, this is not for all of you, but I am getting that for some of you, they felt like things were rushed, okay? They felt like you guys were going too fast, or that you were just too much or too fast, and the Knight of Swords has to do with fast movement or impulse and stuff like that. It was just not grounded enough for them. Over here, the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, slow, and stable. So maybe they just felt a bit of that, and they weren't comfortable with that. And they felt with the Wheel of Fortune that it was just the time for them to end that cycle. Okay, let's take a look more closely at the pain here. We have the Nine of Swords. Spirit, can you please clarify the Nine of Swords? Okay. Right. So see, it comes up again, the Knight of Pentacles. They wanted stability. Something about you guys, and you guys being involved with each other in whatever way, was very stressful, you know? A lot of conflict, like I said. And a lot of it. It just wasn't fun anymore for either of you. You know? And so they wanted to expand and take a step back from that close connection that you guys had, whether it was a commitment or just like there was a seriousness to you guys, and it just like was too much. So for a while they were thinking about taking a step back and just like really thinking about things, and for a while they could feel it in their gut, and you probably could too, you know, that it was just not quite a good match, a good fit. Let's see what else. Can you please clarify the Three of Swords? Yeah, see, there was a lot of confusion, mystery, illusion, being in the dark about stuff, and just like uncertainty. It was a lot of mental stuff with you guys. It was just a lot of mental, emotional discomfort. Spirit, can you please clarify what else for the Three of Swords? Yeah, look, see? Burden. It keeps, you know, just confirming itself. What else? Can you clarify the Five of Wands? What can you tell us about the Five of Wands? Okay, clarifying the Five of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, the Magician. So I don't know if one of you were like manifesting communication here, but even if you did speak multiple times and like it wasn't just a one deal, more conflict. Okay, more conflict, more pettiness, more battles. You guys might have had like ping pong game with each other for a while. So it's just pretty clear, you know, you guys have like, honestly, this is probably the most clear answer. It's just, it was an unhealthy kind of a connection, not seeing eye to eye on anything. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords. Spirit, what can you say about the Six of Swords? Please clarify the Six of Swords. Alright, clarifying the Six of Swords, sort of like that card of moving on. We have the Ace of Wands, so wanting a new beginning. This is a popular card tonight. So yeah, wanting a new beginning in a totally different direction. Because I feel like for a while they were lying to themselves about the fit of you guys' connection. They were lying to themselves about their emotions, see? Because they have the Deception card, the Seven of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, so they felt very blocked up and blind. I think I said that in the beginning, like blockage. So they felt very blocked up emotionally, see? The King of Cups is their true nature, and they were unable to tap into that true source there, okay? Let's see. Spirit, anything else for group 3's person, why they stopped talking to them? Anything else at all? Anything else for group 3's person, why they stopped talking to them? Yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. They wanted to move on from the pain. Hold on. Okay, they wanted to move on from the pain because you have the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups. It was just heavy, you know? You guys were heavy together and dark. Sometimes for a lot of you it was dark because you have a lot of cards that have that pain involved here, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles, so going in line with wanting to stand on their own. They wanted to feel focused again, and again you have another Pentacles, so they wanted to feel focused, they wanted to feel disciplined again, they wanted to feel like they had direction again. So over here with the Moon card and all that uncertainty, they didn't feel that direction. So this is what they desired for themselves, okay? Any other final words, Spirit? Any other final advice, messages, and guidance for group 3, please? Anything at all for them to know? Okay. Your final cards. This is funny. So I try always to get, I don't like to leave people with a dead end, so I like to give that final stuff about the future. This is past focused, so I thought you guys would like to know that you have a new beginning coming up too. The moment that you let go of this energy, because it wasn't serving either of you, you have the Ace of Cups. You have a new beginning in terms of a deep soul connection, whether it's friendship or love. It's coming in for you, okay? It's going to make you feel safe and secure, and not, and it's going to make you feel stable, unlike what was going on over here. There's going to be a lot of honesty, and this person's going to know, and you and your person is going to know the true feelings rather than this energy of deception. You are going to be in your power with this Empress card. There's abundance and prosperity and blessings with this card. And look at this, your final card. Isn't that lovely? The 10 of Cups. It's going to be like the ending of that old cycle. Okay? And harmony is coming in for you guys. Isn't that nice? That's such a happy ending there. I know that this was a lot of stuff, okay? This was a lot of, like, conflict and just... ugh. A lot of heaviness there. All right? Group 3. So if this didn't resonate at all, feel free to pick a different group, but that's what I have. That's what it's looking like, okay? I really hope that this helped and gave you some clarity. Yeah, and if it didn't fit, just, you know, feel free to pick a different one, but that's what we got here. So group 3, thank you so much for supporting. I guess we'll see what happens, and if, you know, for future readings, we can look up what's going on here. You know, love energies there. But hopefully this helped, okay? So please subscribe and share if you haven't already, if you enjoyed this, and check out my other videos, and thanks for supporting. I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is Serpentine. So let's see what's going on with your person that you're thinking of. Spirit, this is for group 4. And the person they're thinking of, and why they stopped talking to them. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 4, and the person they're thinking of, and why they stopped talking to them. Spirit, for group 4's person, I'm getting a heaviness already. This is weird. A really deep, dark heaviness. Yowza. And blockage. Okay. Spirit, for group 4's person, why did they stop talking to them? Group 4's person, why did they stop talking to them? So this happened fast. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's kind of weird. This happened fast, abruptly, out of nowhere, where your person thought that this was the right decision. They thought that they had to take action on it because probably they had some kind of opportunity having to do with love. Okay, that's very specific. They had this idea that they were going to have everything with this new beginning of love. Now, if it's not resonating that it's a love situation, this could have just been any kind of, well, honestly, this is a love situation. And if this isn't resonating with you guys, then this might not be the group for you, which I don't ever say in the first like 10 seconds of the reading, but this is what's coming up. Okay, so you have the Ace of Cups, and then you have the Page of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups, and the Empress. There was a lot here. They made this decision to stop talking to you, which means that they in their mind, or maybe their other person's mind, it seemed that you and your presence might have interfered with this. Okay? Now, for some of you, it's like obvious, right? Just... But again, I try to be open with my interpretations, but this is looking very love focused. Okay, could have been a friendship thing, right? It could have been where you were in a close friendship, and this other person maybe that they were with, or even themselves, considered you as someone who may have interfered with this plan, or this opportunity is the better word. Okay, so this happened fast. Okay, they took action on that decision because of the sudden offering that they had of this, the potential for this. Oof. But something tells me that this is not how it ended up for them. Let's keep going. This is super interesting already. Very specific messages. All right. Spirit, what else can you tell us about Group 4's person? Why did they stop talking to them? And what's going on with them? Group 4's person. Okay, so already, look what turned face up, the Moon card. Things are not what they seem. That's exactly what I was saying. This was not as it seemed. That sucks for them. Let's see what else is here. Okay, so quite a bit of cards here. You have the Ace of Swords. See, another new beginning. Now, that's weird, because the Ace of Swords is supposed to be talking about clarity. They thought they had clarity. I am not convinced. Let's keep going. They thought that they were at a turning point, and that, hey, this is a really important decision. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take a whole new direction. Right? They felt that they were in their power with the King of Cups. Like, oh, you know, this is for me. This is the right move, and I'm following my heart. Oh my God. Look. See? That was short-lived. Right after that, I told you, and it syncs up with this Ten of Cups that I just was suspicious about. They caused themselves to feel left out in the cold by ghosting you. That's what I'm seeing here. Other groups, it wasn't really like this, because it could have been anything. But here, it seemed like it was just abrupt and cold and kind of heartless, honestly. And they caused themselves pain and hardship and feeling left in the cold by doing that. With these false, these you know, it's like that false potential there. So yeah, again, Page of Pentacles. They wanted a new beginning for something for them, something stable, something committed, something important to them that had a clear-cut pathway and perhaps like a future for them. See? They wanted this. They wanted that family thing. They're like, oh, you know, this is like harmony. This is a future. This is whatever. But see, something was wrong here. Four of Cups. Something was wrong in this connection. Now I'm really curious. Something was wrong and blocked and just like, just so forced. I wonder. We have the King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, okay? So you had a king and a queen, and then in between that there was this dream of stability and commitment, right? Now, for some of you guys, this did end up happening for the person, and you probably know about it at this point. But like I said, there's something here. Let me take a look at the Four of Cups. Spirit, can you please clarify the Four of Cups? Okay, so clarifying the Four of Cups, we have the Hanged Man, the Two of Wands, and the Star card. So, going in line with the first part here, they did know that they had to let you go because they were thinking of their future and all of their things that they were longing for. Let's take a look at this one, though. Can you please clarify the Five of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles, please. Oh my gosh. It's so... I can't. Boy. Told you it's heavy. The Five of Pentacles, right? That hardship, that loss, that suffering. It's suffering. Look at this. You have the Ten of Swords, okay? There's a lot of pain here. And the Five of Cups. Paired with the Eight of Pentacles, that's all they've been thinking about. They effed up, is what some of them are thinking. Okay? There's so much pain here with what they did. Let's clarify this. Spirit, can you please clarify the Magician card? The Magician. See, again, I'm getting the same tones here. The Knight of Pentacles, they felt that they were making a decision for themselves and their long-term plan that they felt would be successful. Then why do you have this pain and this regret? This is a card of regret. Also sorrow, loss, and grief. All right? Can you please clarify the Four of Wands? What can you tell us about the Four of Wands? Clarifying the Four of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So I said to you before about something with harmony and like something having to do with like something serious, basically, in terms of love. The King of Pentacles is them thinking about all of their chances for prosperity and, you know, stepping into their power with wealth, prosperity, and hoping that it was love. But then there's this. What's this doing here? What's that all about? The Three of Pentacles. There's something here. There's someone on their mind. Probably you. You have the Page of Swords. Let's clarify this one next. But you have the Page of Swords, which speaks of just a little glimpse of, hey, there's something else. There's something else having to do with clarity that I'm not seeing. Spirit, can you please clarify the Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles. What can you tell us about the Three of Pentacles? Spirit, what can you tell us about the Three of Pentacles? Like I said, for some of you, it is the case that your person wanted this and got it. But what I am seeing as the bottom line is that there's way more beneath the surface than they let it show, right? Clarifying the Three of Pentacles, this is something that they know deep within their soul. Tricky. Some of them don't know it consciously, but on a deep, deep level, there's something going on here. Let's see what that might be. They're fighting with themselves. There's a lot of conflict there regarding their true feelings. And they have fought a lot of battles because of this. I knew it. How? Oh boy, I just felt it. I felt it that this card, the Lovers, I felt that it was going to come up. You know why? I told you before that the Two of Cups, it was their hope for, like, you know, that deep soul thing. But tell me why they're thinking of a third party. And it's the Lovers. Okay? Again, it's probably you, if the, you know, that's what it's looking like here, at least. The Page of Wands, that's a lot of passion, but what I'm getting from the page here is that, again, it's kind of like with this one, the 2 pages. First, your person is very, like, young-souled, immature, a young soul. I'm getting the hint that they don't know what's best for them. That could mean that maybe the person that they're with tried to convince them. Maybe the person that they're with is, like, older and seemingly more experienced and, like, oh, I'm going to give you all these things. And your person, being young and immature and not knowing what was best for them, they went with it. Oh my God. Okay. Spirit, can you please clarify the Lovers card? What can you tell us about the Lovers card? Yes. The Lovers card. Something about the connection made them feel trapped. Okay, now this is going to be a real simple thing. If it's the case where this is a twin flame connection, and you've heard me say this before, because if you guys are called to this pile, that means that you've heard this message before. If you guys are in a twin flame connection, your person is the runner. They felt trapped because of the intensity of your connection. They went all off course by doing what they did. And all they did was cause themselves pain. Threefold. Sucks for them. Okay, what else? Spirit, what else? What else can you tell us about this connection? Group 4's person, why they stopped talking. Okay, so you're getting... Alright. There's a Judgment card, which could be talking about possibly the ending of that cycle, possibly a rebirth, and them exiting the situation and moving on from it. Okay. That might be good news for some of you. And we also have... They're still in an energy of deception. They're still figuring things out, okay? Or they could be lying to themselves about this connection. They're, like, trying to force it together, and they're lying to themselves because they know it doesn't fit. They know that this is not their one true love, but they're deceiving themselves. You have the Sun card, followed by the High Priestess. So they know where their true happiness lies. It's in their gut. They know, they feel it. They feel it. They know it, okay? But they're just... They have this habit of deceiving themselves. I don't know why they're like this. Look, see? Ahaha. It comes up again. All right? So they're still in this connection for many of you, right? So the intuition, they feel it again. They sense the third party, which is you. Again, most likely you. But they're just so invested in this connection. So they probably have built something. They probably have built some kind of a foundation with that other person. Maybe there's children involved. And this is why they keep lying to themselves. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, boy. Spirit, anything else for Group 4's person? What else can you tell us about this connection? Advice, messages, guidance for Group 4? Spirit, anything else at all for Group 4? Okay, you have the Strength card. Anything else for Group 4? Anything else for Group 4, Spirit? Okay. So you had the Strength card, and then you had the Devil card. Maybe Leo and Capricorn might be something significant for you. I feel very I didn't do this for any other groups, but I feel called to get a different deck for you real quick. Hold on. Okay. Spirit, what else? What are the final messages? Can you clarify the Devil card? What can you tell us about the Devil card? I think that your person is going to take action soon. And is manifesting something entirely different because you have the Magician card. Spirit, anything else at all for group 4? Final messages, advice, and guidance for group 4 regarding their person, please. What can you tell us, Spirit? Alright, so finally you have these two cards that stuck out. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, good thing. That's why I got the other deck. I felt called to, and this is why. They've been longing for their soulmate, their true soulmate, okay? The Knight of Cups, I get a very up and down, wishy-washy feeling where I get this weird feeling like they're waking up to something. I can literally feel a boat or water waving back and forth. Like I feel a sense of like this, like woo, right? Which can mean that they are wavering from that energy before that of them deceiving themselves. I feel that they are coming into their emotion and their intuition more. And they're starting to feel the energy of pure soul love again and longing for it. There's something significant with you guys and stars, by the way, that could have been like an inside thing with you guys. Could also be Aquarius. I know I listed a couple of things already. But yeah, there's also, let's see what else. There's something, yeah, there's something here, but something significant with stars specifically. I don't know if that's something you guys, something special you guys did together. Let me know. Ugh, this is really heavy. Ugh, I hate that. I don't mind it, but it's just damn, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, group 4, this is what it's looking like. I think that your person knows that they made a mistake, but they were already far too deep into things and they just didn't know how to get out of it. They were more comfortable lying to themselves about whatever, versus trying to fix things. But remember, they're in an energy. This is what's happening now. I can tell you right off the bat, this is what's happening now. They're in the time of judgment, which is a time of rebirth and absolution. Not to mention they had this card, moving on, and this, getting themselves a bit single maybe. Okay. So anyway, group 4, that's what I have for you. This is real soul bond here. If this didn't resonate at all, then definitely pick a different group or a different video, because this is what's going on. Okay, group 4. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helped and gave you some clarity. Thank you so much for supporting. Please subscribe and share if you haven't already. And I guess we'll see what happens. We'll do some follow-up readings soon. Okay, guys? Yeah. Good luck. Okay. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you, though. I'd love to know, because this is interesting. This is a very interesting pile. Okay, guys. I thank you again for supporting, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.